Ooh, BMW X3 M40i. That's right, guys. The plug is available. The spot is open, and we're taking the BMW. I mean, honestly, it does sound pretty good. It sounds pretty good, guys, all right? Not too shabby, not too shabby. So this is where we're at, guys. We're borrowing other people's vehicles. We're paying money for gas. We're at least enjoying the engine note, right? Like the engine note on the M40i. Wait for it. Wait for it. It does sound pretty good, even for a stock exhaust, a completely stock car. This thing sounds pretty good on the just revving and getting some downshift, those crackles. It's not too shabby, guys. All right, so things could be worse, but we are carless. And well, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm not sure if I'm going with a Tesla. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right? So if you guys follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, it's just at Cars and Kyle on Instagram. But on my story, well, as of filming this, but it's probably over by now, there was a poll, and the poll was set up to be between a Model 3 Performance, it would be used, but then also a supercar, and that would be used as well. So yeah, right now, to say the least, the supercar is winning. Yep. That's what people are voting on. However, I normally don't stick with what people vote on. I just kind of do whatever I want to do. I'm always just curious what other people want to see. But they might actually be right. And here's why. Okay, so aside from the supercar getting some nice exhaust notes, fun acceleration still, and potentially a manual drivetrain, here's kind of the simple breakdown. So this might sound crazy, but in my mind, the supercar I'm considering, and actually most supercars, might actually be cheaper than getting a Model 3 Performance. And here's also why. And this isn't just about the initial price you pay for the vehicle. This is sort of a big picture sort of outlook. And well, I think a lot of people when they're buying cars, used cars, new cars, whatever it is, they don't take the whole picture into consideration. You obviously have the purchase price, you have taxes, you have insurance, you have gas expenses, so that, you know, MPG, or if it's electric, charging costs. But there's more to it than just like looking at the list price of the vehicles. And that's where I sort of came to the conclusion that I don't think I'm getting another Tesla. At least not right now. So I do have the Cybertruck on pre-order, and I think that my next Tesla will be the Cybertruck when that comes out, hopefully by mid-2021, so less than a year away. But I don't think I'm gonna go with a Model 3 Performance because, well, if I bought a Model 3 Performance right now, what would happen is I would pay 6% Maryland sales tax on that car. Then I would sell it in less than a year, and I would pay 6% sales tax on the Cybertruck. So in my mind, it doesn't make much sense because, well, that sales tax effectively isn't being spread out over multiple years. It's a one-time cost during that year and sort of a waste of money. The other problem, in addition to the sales tax, is that I might get hit with depreciation. Obviously, I took a big hit on depreciation, even with my Model S. That car, brand new, was well over like 120,000. I bought it for 50,000, and I sold it for just under 30,000. Yeah. So I even took a hit on depreciation with my Model S. Now, if I buy the Model 3, battery day is coming out on September 22nd. I am assuming that there's going to be some big announcements according to Elon Musk. So I would rather just kind of wait. Like I mean, either way, I would wait to get the Model 3, but I think I'm just gonna wait for the Cybertruck, because the Cybertruck is gonna have all of the newest technology, the newest hardware, the newest software, and I just don't really see the point in getting a used Model 3 right now, just because as those new things roll out, it's just gonna depreciate more. So even in 1 year time, I'm probably gonna get cleaned out just on depreciation. It's 5 cops just drove by me. I mean, look at that. There's a lineup of like 5 cops, and there's still another one coming right now. See, another sheriff. What is going on here? That's crazy. So, simply based on Maryland sales tax, which on a $50,000 used Model 3 Performance, even if you say $45,000, whatever you want it to be, it's gonna be somewhere in the ballpark of like 2 to 3K. Then on top of that, you're gonna have, what is it? Oh, depreciation. So when I go to sell the car, I'll probably lose at least 5 grand just because new things are gonna come out in the next year, new technologies, upgrades to the Model 3s potentially. And I don't wanna be cleaned out for another like 7 to 10K between taxes and depreciation on a car. It just doesn't make sense. So I think that's the main reason why I'm gonna pass up the Model 3 Performance right now. I could always go down the line, but the thing is, if I get the Cybertruck, like Elon's saying it's gonna have good handling, 0 to 60 is actually quicker than the Model 3 Performance. Yeah, I don't get track mode, but I'm never going to the track. The Cybertruck's just gonna be awesome in general. The road presence is gonna be incredible. So I think I would rather just go with that and skip the Model 3 Performance altogether. So that's kind of my take. Also, if I were to get a used supercar, now supercar, sports car, they're kind of all in that same ballpark, but it would be something like a V8 Vantage Aston Martin, an Audi R8, maybe a Lamborghini Gallardo if I find one that the price is right, but something along those lines is kind of what I'm thinking. Obviously, price is a big factor right now, so I do need to kind of figure it out and see what I actually can afford and what makes the most sense. Again, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this, but this is kind of my thought process on all of these things. Now, the thing with the supercar is I did want a second car anyways. I wanted a car in addition to my Tesla. I obviously love Tesla, but I'm a huge car person. And while the channel is called Cars and Kyle, not Tesla and Kyle, or Kyle loves Teslas. So I do love Teslas because awesome performance, minimal maintenance, less parts to go bad, but there is something to an awesome exhaust note, shifting through the gears in a manual car. That's why I'm looking at an Aston Martin V8 Vantage with a manual transmission, or an Audi R8 with a manual transmission, or a Lamborghini Gallardo with a manual transmission. I think you're kind of getting the gist of it. It's just a different driving experience. It's also different content. Now, I love also going to Cars and Coffees, car meets, and that supercar scene. You're not really as part of it with a Tesla. As much as a Tesla could probably beat most of those cars, it's just a different road presence with a Tesla. And yes, there's the Tesla groups, which I absolutely love, but then there's also the supercar groups and just different things. So for me, it's just kind of like a different crowd and a different scene and a different experience having a supercar or a car in that category versus having just a Tesla. Obviously, going forward though, it will be great to have 2 cars, one being the Tesla Cybertruck and the other one being that potential supercar that I'm thinking about now. Now, the financials of the supercar. If you look at, like, let's just take an Aston Martin V8 Vantage, very cheap. They used to be over 100K MSRP, and from like the early 06 to 08 V8 Vantages, they're probably trading anywhere from like 30 to 40K, depending on condition, but basically in the like 30K range. But they've really hit the bottom of their depreciation. If I buy one of those cars, yes, I'm gonna pay tax on it, yes, I'm gonna pay for insurance and gas, but if I go to sell the car, I'm not gonna lose much on depreciation, even if I put 10 to 20,000 miles on those cars. I mean, you see cars with 30,000 miles, all the way up to like 60, 70,000 miles, selling and trading for about the same price. Same thing with the Audi R8. If I can get one in like the 60 to 70K range, depending on year and mileage, again, if I put like 10 to 20,000 miles on it, not much is gonna depreciate if I go to sell that car in 2 or 3 years. I might lose, 5K, maybe 10K, depending on mileage I put on and all that stuff. But again, those have kind of hit the max of their depreciation curve. They might slowly trickle down, but I'm not gonna lose as much as I would with a Tesla. At least that's my thought process. I know Elon is saying that Teslas are going to be appreciating assets, and I get it. If you increase the price of full self-driving and a Tesla has full self-driving, in theory you can sort of offset depreciation by a little bit, but overall you can't just bump full self-driving by $5,000 every single year, because soon a brand new Tesla with full self-driving will be like $150,000, and that's just not realistic. So there's obviously a point to all of this stuff, but for me financially, I think it might make the most sense to go the route of a depreciated super slash sports car with a manual transmission. That's a lot of fun. It'll be different content, I know, but there will be a Tesla back at some point. Don't worry, I absolutely love Teslas. I would love to get into another electric car, but at this point, there's really no other car that, or brand, I guess, manufacturer that compares with Tesla on the level of affordability and performance. If you look at the Taycan, $180,000. If you look at the Lucid Air, which is coming out in the middle of next year, $170,000 for the performance car that's supposed to compete with the performance Tesla. So, you know, Tesla just still makes the most sense for me. Same with the supercharging network, and the Cybertruck is just gonna be awesome. So obviously, I think I'm gonna go Tesla, but I think I'm gonna have to wait for the Cybertruck. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I am really interested to hear what you guys have to say and your thoughts on this. But to me, I think that makes the most sense for my financial situation and the content on the channel. Either way, if you guys were watching me because of the Tesla, don't give up just yet. Don't click away just yet. Hopefully the content's still decent, but I'm hoping that there will still be a Tesla coming soon. And by soon, I mean, I hope the Cybertruck comes out soon. But if you guys are enjoying these videos, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out, and I would really, really appreciate it. I know the Tesla's gone. I'm just as bummed as you guys are, but there will be more content coming, and I hope that it's just as exciting and just as fun. And I will probably trash talk the gas cars that I get and say how bad they are compared to my Tesla. So that'll be fun, right? Anyways, that is going to be it for this vlog. So if you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up again and subscribe to the channel. But until next time, thanks for watching.